Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been like ages. I believe it's been at least a couple of months since I've gone live with you. So this is exciting and new. How is everybody? Happy Sunday indeed. I am trying to catch up on all of the comments that you guys have been leaving since I announced the stream. So you guys, have you been keeping up with all of the drama online surrounding Brianna's victory party? It's called the Case Closed Party in order to celebrate her winning the lawsuit against Kail Lowry. You guys, let me know how you feel about it. Do you feel like it was a little bit too much? Or do you feel like it was warranted? I really want to discuss it because it is heavily controversial. And that is exactly the type of stuff that, I think is worth talking about, right? The ones where people have really strong opinions. So Jennifer is saying that Brie can even do a simple obstacle course that damn near dying, and she's sending Kail a treadmill. That was a hilarious part of last week's episode of the show. It was like, really, girl? Really? Tasha, what's going on? Watching this during my last stages of life. What's going on, Tasha? Are you okay? Oh my God. I hope everything's okay, Tasha. I'm so sorry. Maybe send me an email if you'd like. This sound. Oh my God. Tasha, my heart dropped for you. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about it if you want to and if you're open to. Paula, I was ready to read about this on TMZ. I don't think TMZ picked it up because I went looking at it, you guys, looking for it, and I did not find it. So I was like, okay, we totally have to talk about it over here. So let me pull up some of those photos. Brianna in Florida, she threw her official case closed party to sort of celebrate winning her lawsuit against Kail, that Kail filed against her. And of course, there were some of Kail's arch nemesis at the party as well. Number one being her ex-boyfriend, Malik. I have a very serious question for you guys. How do you feel about Malik? I think he's a very strange man. I think I was in like the process of like packing up my Paris apartment to move to Ottawa, or like just landing in Ottawa when things hit the fan and when he came out of the woodwork. So I am not 1,000% up to date on him or whatever, but like I am aware that she had him on his podcast. They talked about like their secret relationship, and then like before you knew it, Kail suddenly had a new boyfriend who was Neighbor Bay, and that Malik leaked the info. Kail went to his DMs to threaten him with an NDA or something like that. And it all has kind of like tumbled from there. So here's the thing with Malik. I understand being hurt, upset, and everything about someone cheating on you and just like being a mess. Okay. But like to still be on it this long after, especially to the extent where you would go and fly yourself over to a different state to attend a party by by your trifling ex's arch nemesis that you don't know, and then to launch a podcast off of your ex's name, to say that you're about to release a book off of her name, etc. Like a lot of this is just coming off very clout chasery to me. So it is a little bit too much, I have to say. I know that, and I am seeing a comment here, is he hoping to be Brianna's love interest? Listen, right now, Malik has a girlfriend. He showed his girlfriend on Instagram because I believe someone did also ask that same question on Instagram. And so he showed her off, but listen, maybe cheating is contagious. He might cheat on the girl with Brianna, or if he and the girl, I'm not wishing this on them, but if they break up, he might go for Brianna. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I would not be surprised. I am with you, Manny. It is, to me, it's even weirdo behavior. It's interesting from the perspective of like the mess, but like him as a person, he seems a little bit weird. And he's been responding still to a lot of you guys' like comments and questions about Kail. Someone's like, why is Kail constantly losing out on her friendships and relationships? And he calls her like egocentric and stuff. And then when he goes to the party, he zooms in on the piece of the decor in Brianna's house that says, by HOE. And you can tell that he felt that in his heart. So one surprising guest at Brianna's party And it's not Jenelle. We're not getting into her yet. That was another surprising guest as well. But one really surprising guest to me was the DJ. Her deadbeat baby daddy, Lewis, was spinning on the ones and twos. And when I saw this video, I was just floored, especially like seeing as, the way things panned out in this season of the show. Like, guys, how much do you want to bet that Lewis has still not been very active with Stella? Has still barely even seen her or anything like that, has still barely even contributed financially or anything like that to her life. And that Brianna still thought to invite him to DJ the party and probably still paid him to DJ the party. Did you guys get that sensation as well? And look at the way she's dancing all up on him, grinding up on him. Imagine you have a child with somebody and he has been leaving that child for dead since the child has been born, and that child has a heart condition. And then, he didn't show up to the hospital when they had a scare with her heart condition. And then like that weird way that he asked her about her fanny pack when he saw her after hearing that she had a little bit of a panic with a heart issue. Like, how do you even like talk to that guy outside of the child, let alone invite him to DJ the party, let alone pop, lock, and drop it on him? Like, this is so weird and so embarrassing. And the fact that this guy not only could not care any less about you guys as kids, but he gave you chlamydia, probably knowingly. And then when Brie told him and she was like urging him to get tested, he seemed like, listen, I know I have it, but I don't want to go and get tested because it's like embarrassing to me to like get it confirmed that I have it. You know what I mean? Like, it is so weird to me the way that she is still like cool with this guy after all of that. It's crazy. It really is. So you guys, Brie also posted an agreement between Kail's lawyer and her. And in the agreement, Kail signed that she would have to hand over one. I'm trying to find like a good spot here. Would have to hand over one. Oh my God. Would have to hand over $100,000 by a certain date to Brianna's legal team. And that is just that is just so painful. Kail has been talking about it like slightly on her podcasts and stuff like that. She's been talking about her depression since losing the lawsuit. She's been talking about, she's on Zoloft right now. She's not really able to get out of bed without that. Like on this week's episode of Coffee Combo, she says that she is doing better and she is now able to get out of bed. So that's good for her. But she's also saying, listen, her and that bae that she's got living in her house, allegedly, they now cook home-cooked meals together because she needs to budget in order to pay Brianna, the money that she owes her to run her coin. Imagine how embarrassing is that you owe this girl $100,000 and you owe your own lawyers similar, another $100,000, if not more. I believe Brianna only had one lawyer working on the case, whereas Kail always talks about having a legal team. I believe that Kail kind of hinted at having or alluded to having 2 or 3 lawyers on the case. So Kail probably paid even more than the $100,000 that she needs to pay for Brie. So in total, what is that? $300,000 maybe that she just flushed down the toilet in the midst of moving into a new house that still needs to be furnished and all of that. In the midst of her wanting to buy all of these things. She said something about a canoe, kayak type thing or whatever. Like, there is a lot of stuff going on for Kail that is going to suffer as a result of playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes with this lawsuit. You guys, I am drooling at the goodies that were served at Brianna's petty victory party. Her sister Brittany was also there, of course. She's got her gavel and she posted it with case closed, the theme of the party. Devoin, of course, did not make it because Devon, has a good relationship with Kail and he did not want to stir that stuff up. I think some people were a little bit surprised that he did not turn up after Brie's address was allegedly posted in Kail's Facebook group. But I think it was the best bet for him to kind of just stay out of this and let those girls fight, because all they're going to do is fight and fight and fight and fight. And that's, not the last thing that he needs in his life, especially considering Brianna is very fair weather. Look at the way she treats Lewis, right? Grinding up on him and all of that, despite him just never being there for the daughter. And the way she treats Devon. Devon was smart to not go and support her because she ain't SHIT herself. Yes, Queen, I really wanted to talk about this because did you guys see those videos? I did not even, how I screen recorded the Brianna one? I could not screen record the Britney ones because they were nasty. They were filthy. They were just gross. Like her and her boyfriend, they were like, he was sitting there and she was on him, straddling him and grinding on him. And he's like rubbing her booty and stuff. And I'm like, you guys are in the middle of a party. Like, this is disgusting. Like, it's just so weird. I could not. It was, I can't. I really cannot stand couples like that. It's just gross. Get a room, like get some decency, get some decorum. It was disgusting the way that she and her boyfriend were acting. I was very, 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 very disappointed in Britney's behavior because I did not expect that from her. I didn't even know her boyfriend made it to America, by the way. I thought he was still in Korea or something. She was, or is it a new guy? Because she always talked about having a Korean boyfriend. Anyway, I digress. Also on hand was Jade Klein. Guys, did Jade ever have any kind of beef with Kail Lowry? Because I don't recall her having any, but I think that rather than coming to Brianna's party out of spite for Kail, Jade came as a genuine friend to Brianna. Remember, Brianna and Shirley were there to wipe her booty when her mom, with her messy self and the stepdad, they could not even show up properly for Jade when she got her BBL and her chin liposuction. It was Brianna and Shirley who came over there to wipe her booty and help her with the ambulances and stuff like that, while the mom was running throughout the state or the city or whatever, looking for the pain medication. Apparently that was legitimate, you guys, by the way. Apparently there are so many BBLs being done in Miami or in Florida or whatever that the pharmacies can't keep up with the demand for all of the pain medication. That was something that I was completely unaware of. I thought the mom just passed out high somewhere or something, you know what I mean? Or the line for those extra large sodas somewhere got her held up for a couple of hours. I'm not sure. Thank you so, so much for the super sticker, MG. It is so nice to have you here as always. Thank you. So, guys, did you let me know, by the way, if Jade has any kind of beef? Because I think she was only there just because she is friends with Brianna and wanted to support Brianna. I don't think she was there to spite Kail, and I think, listen, rock in a hard place. You got to show out, I guess, especially with Kail now no longer being part of the Teen Mom franchise. It's like, what is there to lose? They can't have this beef as a storyline. And speaking of storyline, guess who came running to this party from Swaplandia? None other than Jenelle Evans. Jenelle Evans was there, you guys. I thought that she kind of fell out with Brie for a little bit when Brie made like some comment. It wasn't even a bad comment, but she made a comment about Jenelle and her situation in her marriage or whatever. And Jenelle kind of flipped out over it. But I guess they made up, or Jenelle was just so desperate to try to get in front of those MTV cameras that she went running over there for this party. She had a lot of videos there, like on her stories. Like, you can tell that Jenelle does not get invited to parties. You can tell that Jenelle does not go anywhere by the way that she was posting and filming literally any and everything and any and everybody, because this was that one time that girl was able to go to a party, that she was welcome to a party. And listen, you got to do what you got to do. Get it where you fit it. Hi, Romel. So nice to see you all here, you guys, by the way. Thanks so much for hanging in there. I've got about 2.5 weeks before I'm back to the other side. And I'm hopefully going to be able to find a permanent apartment soon. I really want to have a permanent apartment so I could just be more consistent with my videos. So I really wanted to show you something also crazy that the Princess of Swampland did while she was at Brianna's party. Jenelle went ahead and got herself a tattoo of the money sign to celebrate Brianna's win. Isn't that interesting, you guys? Like, wasn't that a little bit too far? Because it's like one thing to support her, but to get a money sign in support of her. And I'm pretty sure, and I completely forgot, I will look for it now, but I'm pretty sure that Briana Dejesus has a dollar sign tattoo herself. So it's like, um are you trying to, like, really force this friendship or whatever, or no? Like, I'm a little bit curious about that, but I believe that that's what it was when it came to Jenelle, and I felt like that was a little bit too much. But hey, listen, Jenelle really wants to show that she is there and she is ready to be friends with these girls. So they were filming this. Remember, they're doing that new hybrid show between the Teen Mom girls and the Teen Mom 2 girls and everything like that. So I did see a mic pack on Brittany when she was doing the nasty on her boyfriend in front of everybody. So this was being filmed for the show. But I don't believe that I saw a mic pack on Jenelle in particular. So it seems as though they're still not interested in filming her, which makes me very happy. And I'm sure it was very frustrating for Jenelle. I just can't imagine being Jenelle, having all that money, having all that, and that's right, Adriana, including the yellow tattoo she had covered up, all that money coming in, rolling in. You were like that girl that everyone tuned in to watch, and then you just threw it away for David of all people, and now because you threw away all your money and your man doesn't work, you're both over there like on OnlyFans. And there's nothing wrong with being on OnlyFans if that's what you want to do. But the fact that she clearly does not want to be on there because she's not even like, really putting out the goods that people are paying for, it just makes me so sad for her that this is what life has become for her. You know what I mean? It's very unfortunate how her life just took that big of a nosedive. It really is. Honestly, it just takes one wrong move, one wrong partner, and all hell can break loose in your life. So if you're curious about Kailyn Lowry's reaction to Briana DeJesus's victory party, well, listen, if I were Kail, I personally would not have said anything. I would not have posted anything. I would have just stayed silent to make people think that no, Babs was not there, but that would have been funny. Let's all get drunk and Kail. I personally would not have posted anything. I don't post that much on social media outside of YouTube. So it would have been easy for me, but Kail cannot resist. Kail posted a selfie with the song Obsessed. Guys, I've got a question for you. Between Kail and Brianna, who is more obsessed with who? I can't tell, to be honest with you guys. I think they're both obsessed with each other and obsessed with getting back at each other to the point where they're neck and neck. Kail, at the end of the day, you're the one that had to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to file a bogus lawsuit against Brianna, and mainly because you wanted to try to force her to admit if she did or didn't sleep with Chris Lopez, another person that you are obsessed with. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Again, I think that they are both equally obsessed with each other and that Kail really does not have room to talk. For those of you saying Brianna, I can totally, I see both sides. I could totally see why you'd say Brianna, because Brianna is the one running around with Kail's leftovers. She did it with Javi. She did it with Chris, wearing his shirt and putting her hand on his thigh meat and whatnot. And now here she is having a party, and who's invited? One of Kail's exes again. So what is that? The third that she does not even know. She just invited him to spite Kail. So it really does look like she is obsessed with Kail as well. She is not innocent. She's not innocent at all. Yes, I'm with you, Pow. Total Karen backfire, and an expensive one. So that is not even the only thing that Kail posted on her Instagram. Kail also posted, where can I find it? She posted about where she was. So Kail actually went out to dinner herself. And who do you think she went out to dinner with? The only people that she has left, the only people that can not get away from her. Where is that photo? She actually went out for dinner with Joe, her first baby daddy, and his wife, V. Rivera. And I don't know. I feel like I imagine that. Okay, well, I didn't upload it. Let me airdrop it to myself. I imagine that was probably a really awkward dinner between the two of them, because listen, Kayla's always talking about how at any given moment she has fallen out with Joe as well. So it's not like they even like each other all that much. You know what I mean? So the fact that she's got literally nobody, she's burned all her bridges so bad to the place where she's got nobody but the one baby daddy, sorry, but her first baby daddy, who she does not even really like. You know what I mean? Who she's constantly fighting with. Like she's got nobody but him. Um, that makes me sad for her in some respect, like that I know that she bought it on herself and everything like that, but it genuinely makes me sad for her. It's always sad that some people are able to kind of run their lives to the ground in that respect. So I did manage to find that photo. I'm just going to pull it up for you guys right now, and post it on the screen. So there she is at the dinner hall with Joe and V. Honestly, keep it real with you guys. When I first saw the photo, Joe to me looked like, I don't know, like I thought he was like, I don't know, and I'm not meaning, I don't know. Like I thought this was like one of the other like parents at the coaching thing or at the football thing or something like that, or like an agent or something like that. I was like, I did not know that was Joe. Joe has I don't know, I think that he has been going through it a little bit lately. But anyway, there he is with V. They're all cheersing at the table. And then Kail also had that friend that you see a lot on the show as well. I don't remember her name, but she helps her a lot with her podcast and different things like that. So you guys, now Brie, I think, as usual, always has a habit of taking things way too far. What did she do when she got that letter from Kail 2 days ago announcing that Kail had until a certain date to pay her money? She went online and posted something really, really, really disgusting that I'm going to pull up for you guys right now. So Brie, I feel like, is constantly throwing these like dog whistle shots out at Kail, and I think it's important to try your best to be aware of dog whistles. And here is a good example of it. So she posts that little part of Kail's signature and the date that it happened 2 days ago. And she says, when you sign this agreement to pay my lawyer fees, actually, sorry, let's start here. She starts off at the top. Don't you ever get in your life see, that's a dog whistle, you guys. Brie and her mom and her sister all have a habit of throwing that in Kail's face. The fact that Kail's mom is an alcoholic who did not properly raise her because she was too busy with the alcohol and stuff like that, right? Like to care about Kail. They keep throwing that in Kail's face as if it's Kail's fault. And then they do it in such a subtle way to where if you call them out for it, they can easily say, oh, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant by that. You know what I mean? That is a big dog whistle there in Brianna's post. And I find it disgusting that this is the point that she keeps going back to when it comes to Kail. There are so many things that you can, take issue with Kail for, but to drag her for her mom being a POS, that to me is just disgusting. And that crosses the line. Remember when Devon made a comment about how Brianna wanted Nova to be fatherless the way that, she and her sister are, the way that the mom ran away all of the men in their life as well. And they went crazy. The mom was jumping on that restaurant table and stuff. They know how much it hurts to be criticized like that for something that is not your fault personally. And I think that is why they're obsessed with constantly getting that dig in there with Kail. And that's something that I really, really don't like about her. And it doesn't even like stop there. Okay. So later on, Brie also says, when you signed this agreement to pay my lawyer fees, I hope you felt like complete SHIT. F you, and you can my DICK. I hope I get to see you so I can spit on your face. What the heck, you guys? First of all, spitting on someone's face, is that not assault or battery or something like that? That's disgusting. And isn't it ironic? Because we went back to that dog whistle that Brianna threw out about didn't your mom teach you better? And here this chick is, a mom of 2 kids, 2 daughters, talking about wanting to assault somebody by spitting in their face, publicly talking about, I hope you feel like SHIT, knowing that that person currently has depression, and then saying, oh, you can S my D. Like, what about you? Did your mom not teach you any better, Brianna? And is this what you're teaching your daughters? Like, it was just like she just really set herself up with that, just looking dumb, 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 dumb. I can't, and I felt like this was too far. Here's the thing. A lot of people, myself included, supported Brianna winning this lawsuit. She deserved to win, whether you like her or not, like Kail or not. Brianna deserved to win this. But then when she comes out and does things like this, it's like, come on, Bri. Like, can't you just stay decent for one moment? And Bri is just a good example of those people who are so tough online, but in person is so meek and shy. Brianna would not bust a grape in a food fight. I keep saying it. Remember when Kail was really pissed at her with the whole Chris stuff, when that stuff first came out, what happened? Kail kept confronting her to her face. Kail was like, oh, you did this? Let's fight. Come fight me. Come fight me. Come do this. Come do that. You're ratchet. You're this. You're that. Brianna, she is right next to Kail. If she's really about that life, like she wants us to think, when she posts this type of stuff online, she would have been ready. She would have been like, what's good? What's popping? I've watched Bad Girls Club. I don't like it, but I've seen the clips on TikTok, okay? I've watched Love and Hip Hop. I've watched Real Housewives of Jersey. I've watched Housewives of Atlanta, Potomac, whatever, New York, where the girls really, who are about that life are about that life. And Bria obviously isn't. When Kail was in her face, talking that talk in real life with nobody to back Kail up, she had Pepper Ann, but it's Pepper Ann. That's not real backup, okay? And Pepper Ann was not even there in the dressing room area. Like, it was just Kail versus Bri. And Bri's voice was shaking. She's like, you're just salty that your baby daddy likes me. That's how she is. And then that was not the only time that Kail went for her. Kail met her again in the hallway. She's like, come on, let's do it. Let's do it over here. Lace up. Let's do it. Brianna still did not want to do it. She's like, no, that's ratchet. I'm not doing it. And then what happened? Kail gets her in a room with security and she says it again. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bri, who is so about that life online, again, chickens out. And then she blames it. And then Pepper Ann comes by and that's Bones, by the way, Bonehead. And she threatens Bri too. She's like, okay, what about you and me? Why don't we do this? And Bri is holding her baby. And it's not until Kail and Pepper Ann are ushered away that Brianna all of a sudden is like, yeah, I'll smack you in the face. Better not say that to me or I'll smack the S out of you. Like, that's how she is. And then again, at the reunion in front of everybody, knowing that all the girls, and there would be too much chaos to get a grip on Kail, and knowing that her sister Brittany would be back there ready to back her up, that is when Brianna suddenly is ready to fight. She's not ready to fight when confronted 3 times individually, alone, one-on-one. But when she's got her sister's back up, when she's got like buffers and everything like that, all of a sudden she's tough. She's tough. Someone's asking, is Bone still around? Yes, she's still around. She is taking SHITSs in Kail's porches. I'm not kidding. She's taking craps in Kail's porch or mudroom. She's a very strange woman, that girl. So I can't, Bri, you deserve to win that lawsuit, but you're a punk. No one buys, like someone else said here in the comment, no one buys your tough girl act, Brianna. You would not spit on Kail's face unless Brittany was around to have your back when Kail swung on you. Okay? You are not fooling anybody. We've seen you dodge a fight a million times at this point. We're not falling for that. We know you. We know you. By the way, you guys, I have a question for you guys. Will you be watching that hybrid new show that they are putting out there? Because I I'm still on the fence. I'm still on the fence about it because I feel at this point the show's dead. Time to let that show go. It had a good run. It had a really good run over a decade. Uh, the girls have come and gone. Their teens have come and gone. Their 20s have come and gone. Are we supposed to keep watching this until they're 40? I don't know. And then on top of that, MTV, like they make it more and more difficult each time to do recaps because I used to like putting like the actual clips on it. And then they would like flag my videos and block them for like weeks to months. And then I would, even when I would just post a screenshot, they would have the videos blocked and stuff for weeks to months or days or whatever. And now they've locked it to where I can't even take screenshots, so now I have to go on my freaking phone, take these screenshots and this and that, and then go airdrop them. Like, it's just such a pain and they look so ugly. And the show is really not that interesting. The fact that Macy's still on there, like I'll try, like you, Daisy, I'm a little curious. Like I'll try an episode or whatever, but I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I really don't like the way that they treat content creators. I don't care for the storylines. I don't care for the girls. I think that they are past their prime. I think that they should do a reboot. In the future, where are they now? Maybe some things will transpire with them or the kids or something that is worth the update. But as of right now, I don't see anything that's worth the update. I would be interested in seeing Cheyenne's wedding. That's something that I'd be interested in seeing because I know she's got the coins, and I know that P. Diddy's son, she's the godmother of one of those kids or something like that. I know that like he's gonna be there, or like or maybe Diddy's gonna help with that wedding or something. I don't know, but I'd be interested in that. But otherwise, not really. I want to know, will Zach confront the fact that he was a scammer? Allegedly, like all those like arrest reports or something like that. Is that going to be a storyline? That would be interesting. If not, it's like, then what's the point? What's the point? I really don't like when they gloss over these sorts of things. Thank you so much for the super chat, Astro Riley. Astro Riley says Kail Salad is going to push back soon on Briva soon. Yes, I think that she is. I think that Kail, she opened up about, depression and this and that. Like, I think at this point, she feels like she's got nothing to lose and that she's cornered and that she's constantly being attacked. Well, not constantly, but like she feels like she's under attack, especially with the way that her trips did not pan out. She wanted to do all these things for her birthday and whatnot, and those did not pan out. And I'm sure she's taking that all very harshly. Her boyfriend, this is her and her boyfriend's hands intertwined in bed. She's doing a soft launch of him. That she got clowned for. Apparently this man is like 20 something years old. He's got 2 kids, I believe. And she's already moved him into her house. That's the neighbor boy that she was crushing on. I don't know. Do you guys think this is going to pan out, by the way, this relationship for Kail Lowry? I don't know. I haven't been able to really keep up with her podcast for a while. I've been doing my, visa stuff, but I don't know. It just doesn't sound like a genuine match. And again, Kail is a very volatile person, so I have a hard time seeing her in something that like lasts, and I feel like her whims change very often, so I don't know that I see it. So you guys, I will try to give it an episode. I really will try to hang in there for you guys, but again, I'm just not a fan of the way that MTV, Viacom, whatever, treats content creators and how difficult it is to recap these things these days. And I just feel like it's kind of boring now. It's kind of boring at this point. I do want to focus a little bit more on some other shows. If you guys have shows that you're interested in, please let me know. I'm going to do a poll in my community tab or different types of topics that you're into. When I get settled back in France again, I will definitely go over the data and get something prepared for you guys. Yeah, I really like the specials, the being specials and the this and the that. That was a nice. Oh, by the way, Unexpected. I heard about one of the guys on Unexpected. I haven't watched it. I don't have TLC, but I heard about one of those baby daddies. Like he's really like ABUSIDE. Like he's control freak, Brianna. Like I heard, and I saw only a tiny clip and I was ready to jump through that screen. I felt so bad for his girlfriend. I don't even know their names, but he was awful. He was saying that she can't have an epidural. She had to have a home birth. And these are things that she did not want to have for herself. And it's like, she wanted the epidural. She wanted a hospital birth. That was really, really sad. Yes, why not a special on the criminal records? Like, come on, give me something. Something. And yet here you are, Taylor. Nice to see you. So you guys, that's it for now. Let me know what you think and everything. I will have that poll in the community tab. And then when things get settled for me back on the other side, I definitely will pick things back up and get ready to someone just asked, is Cheyenne P. Diddy's godmother? No, but she is the godmother to one of his sons. I think it's Christian. I don't know which one that is. And yes, kind, be kind. Apparently, Hot Neighbor is her new boyfriend. Her new boyfriend. Yes, I want to do a big recap of the Hulu Kardashian thing, similar to what I was doing with Love is Blind, like character assessments. I've got a lot to talk about when it comes to that. If you guys don't have Disney Plus, join me over on TikTok, Grace Report. I stream it every week at noon Eastern. I stream, normally it was Fridays at noon Eastern, but now I am streaming it Thursdays at noon Eastern, just to be direct. Same day it comes out, I stream the full episode. So you can come over for live commentary over there. And then at the end of the season, I'm going to do like big character assessments and stuff like that, because I am really, really fascinated by the way that all of these people are kind of evolving as the years or the season or the days or whatever progress. So yes, you guys, again, the the Godfather, that's nice. These might disappear. So I'm going to need you to post your suggestions in the community tab, in the poll, or in the post that I'm about to do when I get off of the stream. Okay. It's been so nice chatting with you guys. I hope you are all doing very, very well. And I'm so excited. And when I move back to France, I'm going to show you guys a little bit more around my life. I don't know if I told you this or anything like that, but I think I'm 80% sure that this time I'm going to live in the South. I believe I'm going to live in Nice. It was a tough call between Montpellier, Lyon, and Nice, but I think I'm going to pick Nice. Just, so we'll see. I'm about to go figure things out, and then we'll see how things go from there. And I will still be going back to Paris pretty regularly. It's just not going to be my home base anymore. I want more sun, and I want to be in the South. So, I definitely do want to share a lot more about that journey as well. But just a reminder, if you want to watch full episodes of the Kardashians, you don't have Disney, you don't have Hulu, join me on TikTok. My name is Grace Report over there as well, of course, and I stream Thursdays at noon Eastern, okay? Take care, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in my next video, okay, you guys? Take care, you guys. See you soon.